Okay, guys, so just
No,
to start off, thank you for joining us on our third day of live streaming for Project Hope. Um, while everyone was asleep overnight, we passed our goal. So we are currently sitting at $1,050. So we are $50 over our goal, and we have now extended
All
our goal
right.
to $1,500. And just got another $10 donation. This is so awesome. Like they're just rolling in. Um, Let me see. Let me shout out some of the people that have donated so
like me, this
far.
can of cinnamon rolls.
We had a Jill Kenny donate $20. We had the mysterious invisible hand donate $20. Wow. We had Olivia Probetz donate $20. Nadia and Akil donate $120. Wow, that is amazing. And then we had an anonymous $10 tip. And then Alina just donated $10 too. So thank you all so much. That is wonderful. Also, Astrid, the iPhone is not on the camera, if you're wondering. Cool. All right. So, like I said, we're here. We're raising money for Project Hope. They're doing relief efforts for countries and communities hit hard by COVID-19, and they're also getting medical and hygiene supplies to people affected in Lebanon by the Beirut explosion. So, really, anything helps. We've met our goal. We would love to fly past our goal. So just feel free to help out wherever you can. And then today we are starting some brunch with Kelly, who's going to show us to make some fun stuff. So Kelly, the floor is yours.
Excellent. Hello, everybody. I don't know who's here and who's not here except my awesome friends who are on the Zoom call. So shout out to you guys. First, we're gonna make three things. We're gonna make three food items and three drinks to go with those. So we're gonna start with cinnamon roll monkey bread, is what I'm prepping now, and then we're gonna make a peach frosé to go with that. A green chili pork hash, and then a spicy Bloody Maria Wisconsin style, and then we're gonna finish off with eggs Benedict. Okay, so what I is I have my oven preheated to 400, and I have a bundt pan prepared that I just sprayed and floured. I also that I'm going to roll it in, and that's all I need for right now. So these are just Pillsbury grams Cinnabon rolls that you get at the grocery store. Nothing fancy here with the monkey bread. This is super kid friendly, super family friendly, super hungover friendly. So
Oh, we're good. We're good.
and then let's just pretend they're all quartered. And I just roll them in cinnamon sugar, and then I'm just gonna put them in the bun pan until they're all there. This is fun to do. You could also use scissors if you have small kids who want to help. They can cut these into quarters. That would be super easy. Or you can just put them on roll duty, which is what I did as a kid. Normally, we would make these with like Pillsbury biscuits, but we're going a little extra today because this is what I'm trying to do. What are you? Okay. Oh, duh. So I don't know. Does anyone have anything to talk about while I'm rolling? I have questions that people asked on Instagram, but nothing really pertains to this part of brunch.
The thing I want to know right off: what is Wisconsin style Bloody Mary?
Oh my gosh, you are in for a treat. So they're like normal Bloody Marys, except it's like a full meal on top. So on your kebab, whatever, stick, pickles, celery, little sliders or like whole fried chickens on them. If you're in Austin and you know what the man mosa is, it's kind of like that, except a blueberry on steroids, like that size, but just. And you'll see later. Celery salt, horseradish. I prefer tequila to vodka, so we're going Bloody Marias. If that's not your jam, feel free to use vodka, but this is a tequila household.
Kelly, we just got a $50 donation, and it is
From who?
From, hold on, you see it. It is from Deb and Kent, and it says, "Nice job, Kelly."
That's my mom and dad.
Aw.
I got them today. I hope they're watching.
They got a fireworks celebration on the stream.
They got a fireworks. Hopefully they saw them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start cutting these two at a time. But way to go, mom and dad. Thank you. To go up there in like a week, so we'll be drinking plenty of Bloody Marias. My treat. I'll buy them. I'll even do the dishes after. Just this one time. Let's not get carried away. So these little nuggets are almost done. And one thing I'm doing that makes this extra special is I'm keeping like the cream cheese frosting, because once we flip this out of the bun pan, you can either just drizzle it on there or you can dunk your cinnamon bites in there.
All right. Got another donation from our favorite friend, Chloe. She donated $40.
Oh, my girl.
Chloe!
She's working, otherwise she'd be here.
Chloe, you gotta take it easy. It's Sunday. Okay, I'm sure Kelly might run you over a Wisconsin Bloody Mary.
What?
Kelly can run Chloe over a Bloody Mary when it's all said and done.
Oh, I would. I mean, I'm going to have a lot of food. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drive because we are making free cocktails. But if y'all want to come curbside pickup.
Yeah.
Oh, everything switched.
I'm just going to keep talking. Still going. Great. Okay, almost done here.
Kelly, I'm going to keep on interrupting you because we keep on getting donations. But we just got a donation from a Jet Girl for $50.05 that just says cinnamon.
No, that's Melinda. Remember Melinda from Valentine's Day?
Oh, yeah. Jet Girl is what I thought.
No, that's her. Wait, that's either Melinda or I think it's Jet Girl or Jet Art Girl.
This just says Jet Girl.
With two T's?
Only one T.
Either way. Brown sugar. So this is all hanging out in here, and great. So we're gonna mix this up and pour this over before we send her into the oven on her maiden voyage. Okay, that looks mixed enough to me. So we're gonna come over. Oh my gosh, is Mama Mary watching?
Okay.
Oh, that looks so good.
I wish you could smell what I'm smelling.
Smell-o-vision. I feel like that's not a feature we're getting in 2020.
No, that would make 2022 good if we could smell through TVs.
Okay.
Azure, I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
Can you unmute your iPhone and then mute Kelly's cam. I want to see if the sound is a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you can't have your iPhone unmuted because it's going to echo.
I'm unmuted now.
Oh, nope. That's not working. Okay, go back to Kelly's audio.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's do
back
that.
to normal. Here we go.
Now try.
How's this?
Is that better audio?
Yes. That sounds good if you can hear me.
No, I can't hear Jordan. Let's go back to the original.
Jordan can't. Is this good?
Yeah, but turn down, or we can try it the other way again. We just have to turn down Kelly's sound.
Let's just leave it like this.
This,
I like
yes,
this.
this sounds really good. Yep, I like this.
Okay.
Jeff is giving us a yes in the chat.
Excellent. So this is just going to live over here for right now. Okay. So it's time for our first cocktail. And I start the day with coffee, so that's what we're starting with. So we have coffee, maple syrup.
Oh, that's a good combo.
We also have, we still have heavy cream. And what makes this a cocktail is the bourbon.
That bourbon looks delicious.
It is delicious. If you ever go to high Tex, go here. We're gonna make it up, but I have to save my strength for whisking egg yolks later, so blender it is. So we're just gonna eyeball here. Move my knife out of the way. I'm gonna say this is about a half a cup. And then to that, we're gonna add, so that was a half a cup, 4 ounces. So we're gonna add 1/8 of a cup or 1 ounce or a heavy splash of maple syrup. And then to that, an even lighter splash, unless you need a little help today, of bourbon.
Oh, that
You can
looks
also add
thick.
more in your coffee if that is what you're doing. Okay, that sort of looks good. The lid. We're gonna put the lid on. This is just gonna take like 2 seconds in the blender. But you don't need a blender. You don't need a high-powered blender. You need a bowl and a whisk, or like a cocktail shaker.
Astrid, you're muted again on the iPhone.
Just because she was using the blender. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That was a courtesy mute from the blender. Oh my god, we got another donation. This one is from the one and only Taylor Swift. She says she gets all of her baking secrets from Measure Twice, Bake Once. Kelly's the best. Thank you, T Swift.
Can we repeat that?
T Swift.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Taylor Swift is here, everybody. Okay, so that's done. So I'm going to take 2, I don't know what these glasses are actually called. I call them cold brew glasses. We're just going to fill them with a little coffee. This is the vanilla flavor chameleon cold brew. I'm making 2 because after here. Franklin and Wallace don't get coffee, though they do try. Like, look, it's thick now. It's not even falling down, which is gonna be an issue in a second. Well, sometimes you just go too hard and it makes like a nice butter. So this is thicker than what we made this morning, but still delicious, and it'll sit on top. This tastes like a brandy Alexander, but obviously made with bourbon instead. So if you're a fan of that delicious Christmas wintertime treat, you'll like these. And then you can mix it up. You can drink it. Ours earlier. Well, mine's right there. What?
I finished
Oh,
mine.
you finished yours. You don't have to blend it as far as we did. If you want it to be more like the Starbucks one, you just go a little less powerful. But that is what I call this maple bourbon cold brew coffee.
Wow, I love the name.
Not the best. That's what mine looked like earlier. Not the most beautiful this morning, but you know, we try.
It's beautiful to me.
It's gonna taste beautiful, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, Astrid, let's have a taste and then just rank it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Cheers.
Oh, I missed the cheers on that.
Well, very floral on the front. Burnt caramel on the back end, really crisp, a little bit of citrus. Overall, 11 out of 10 would recommend.
11 out of 10?
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10.
Ugh. It looks great. I can't imagine how it
This is
tastes.
It's good. A little sweet. It's good. Okay.
So what's next?
What's next? I think now we'll assemble the hash, maybe? Because that also goes in the oven. Here we go. So here I just have a 12-inch. Okay, next we're gonna make green chili pork breakfast hash. I don't really have a real recipe for hashes. It's just sort of like whatever I have in the fridge at the end of the week that I feel like putting together. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set these over here. So we have this cooktop. Well, that sort of works. We're gonna put it over what I think is medium low. So we'll start. This is just out of the fridge, a leftover from Friday. I made it with 3.5 pounds of Boston butt, the pork shoulder cut, and then I put a jar of salsa verde and a little splash, maybe like 2 cups of chicken stock, and I just let that simmer along with some spices. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it all last like 3 days. It's real life. I cook for one, so there's a lot of repurposing. Repurposing of what I'm doing. So, one person asked on Instagram, we're like, how do you time everything so it comes out at the same time? And I think I do this above average. But I've been cooking for a long time, like probably since before I could reach the counter. Like my grandma would put me on a stool or my mom would put me on a stool and I would be peeling vegetables or cutting vegetables or like washing potatoes. So I've just always been in the kitchen. My mom also to be good at this. So she would say like, I want dinner at 6:30. Make sure it's all ready at 6:30. Obviously, we were always prepared. Just knowing what you're making and we really well prepared. Story sort of featured what my kitchen looked like this morning to prep for all of this, and everything is set out. Like, I have my recipe cards, I have all the materials I need set up. So even if I forget something right now, it's not going to be that hard to grab. But I think it's just reading your recipe, knowing what you're making, and having a goal and working backwards. So if you want to eat dinner at 7, figure out what your longest dish is to cook and start there. So if you are making this green chili pork and you need to start in the morning and put it in slow cooker, do that. And then any ancillary things like your taco toppings can be prepped pretty quickly. So I think it's just really reading your recipe and trial and error. Like even when we had a Christmas party and I thought I had all day, I was like hanging out, we were just day drinking, enjoying the day, and then it was 45 minutes until people started showing up, and we very quickly had to throw together a charcuterie board, some mac and cheese, some sliders. So just know your time and know your recipes. Okay, so this is heated over medium. You can add a little oil to the pan. And then we're gonna reheat this. This is from the fridge cold. Be hot. What's great about a hash is that you clear out your refrigerator. I have sort of like curated this menu based around the green chili pork, but I've done this with breakfast sausage, I've done this with turkey and roasted vegetables. I think as long as you have a protein option, whether that's meat or tofu or any meat substitute, and then a lot of vegetables, you will be fine. And then you just crack an egg in it and put it in the oven. And then everything's cooked already, so the only thing you're cooking are your eggs, and that won't take a long time at all. Okay, so we're just gonna let this pork heat up a little bit, just so everything is the same temp going in to the oven. I'm gonna take a drink break.
Smells so good.
Is Jeff on Zoom? Oh, Rebecca's here. Hey, Rebecca.
Hi.
She was my other contender for a filmer.
Mhm.
She's like, what's the food though? And I was like, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is heating up quite nicely. And I just have these roasted potatoes. That in theory I would have made yesterday, but I really made this morning before after I got here. And so I'm gonna add those. Maybe not all of them, I'm just gonna assess what the pan looks like. That looks good. We're gonna let those cook. Okay.
Oh, Kelly, we just had another fireworks celebration. We had a donation from Nikki and Corey saying, "Good job, Shrub." In
Oh,
all
that's my
caps.
sister.
Yay!
Kelly, we are racking in the donations.
I told you when you were like, I think we should raise it $250, and I was like, I think my friends and family are gonna pull up a little harder than $250.
We're at $1,250.05.
We're not even halfway done.
Yeah.
Crushing it.
Crushing it.
Not even halfway done with the day.
Yeah. Okay. So these are just reheating in the pan here. All together. It doesn't look great, but a hash rarely does. Not all the time is it about looks. These little nuggets are, I really should. These are hatch chilies. That's what season it is right now. They're roasted. I got them from Central Market, but I realized that my HEB sells them significantly cheaper, so be on the lookout. Also, if you just roast them yourself, there you go. I'm just removing the charred skin, or most of it. I think it does add a little flavor, but sometimes it's just gross. We're gonna talk some knife skills in a second. I feel like okay, so we have our hatch chilies that are, these are hot. They're not the mild ones. They are fully seeded, so just know what you're getting. I'm gonna wash my knife. Jordan, are there any questions in the Twitch chat?
Not currently. However, Jeff has made some funny comments. I can read those if you'd like.
Right.
Jeff, you can share for the whole class.
Oh, another donation. This is from Jeff Carlisle. He donated $20. Says ship this cooking show off to PBS and the Food Network.
Yes, Jeff is so great. I'm going to give everyone a compliment who donates. So if you want to feel good about yourself, you should donate, and then you'll feel good, and then I'll give you a compliment. But Jeff is a superstar. He teaches here in Austin for KIPP Charter School.
Oh.
I don't know anybody who goes harder for their students than Jeff. He's a really great advocate for, I mean, really everything, but like for a teacher who really cares about his kids, especially a science teacher, you can call him Mr. Science Pants on Insta.
Immediate follow.
Immediate follow. Also, if you like drag queen, he will talk to you about that. I am not a drag queen person.
R.I.P. Chi-Chi, this is for her.
Yeah. They were talking about Drag Queen Canada the other day. I was like, I have no idea which one.
It's a great season. I'll educate you.
Okay. That's all I can ask for. You know I'm not going to watch it, but I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Jack. This is where that ramble went. So we have our hatch chilies. I'm just going to half them, and I'm going to take some of these seeds out because the Bloody Marias are going to be spicy, and these are spicy. And I mean, my spice tolerance has increased, but I am still from the Midwest, so I'm not perfect. I'm just going to quarter them. Jeff Handy wanted to know how to cut things without cutting your fingers off. And
Ooh, I would also like to know that.
okay, cool. So you just know where your knife is and you have a good knife grip. So a lot of people call, I don't know if you can see, the pinch grip, but I'm literally just grabbing the top of my knife. And then all my other fingers are curled under, so no risk there. And then when I'm chopping other things, I'm either at the way back if it's stable like this is, or if it's chives, which we'll do a little bit later, I have my knuckles down, so the knife just glides right along my knuckle, and my thumb is tucked under. I don't know the best way to show it, but it's like this. We're just going to add these to our pan. Everybody's going into the same skillet. Okay.
Would you say those
Same
flavors
thing.
are getting to know each other?
I would say everyone in the hot tub is becoming friends. Okay.
Jeff says, consider my fingertips saved.
Yes. Oh, and another thing is that people think that mandolins are your friend.
No, those would be scary. Who would say that?
And they're not your friend if you are not careful. A lot of them come with a guard. A lot of them, they don't come with a guard. You should get like a Kevlar type glove. And I've sliced my fingertips off. I know other people have. No one wants that in their breakfast hash or food. They don't want to eat.
You want to eat pork and fingers hash?
Yeah. Never. Not even on Halloween. Okay, so we're mixing all this up. So it looks pretty good. I'm going to add a little sauce because I just prefer that. And what I have is just store-bought salsa verde. You can make your own if you like. I believe in convenience on Sunday mornings and just everything. I mean, you can go as far in as you want, like especially for the monkey bread, which was so good. You can make your own dough, and you can, start that process the day before and cook it overnight. But I'm not here for that on Sundays. I know a lot of my friends have little toddlers running around. Not everyone is into fine dining at home, and that is great. That's all I can ask for. Use the store products that make your life easier. Okay. Second to last, we're gonna add a little texture because everything's a little mushy in here. So I'm just gonna add, these are HEB brand tortilla strips.
Kelly, we just got another $20 donation. This one's from Patsy. It says, "You rock, Kelly."
Patsy, I think my family told my godmother I'm doing this and maybe send her the link, or they're donating on her behalf, but she is great in every way. And if you're not the Patsy that I know, you're great in every way too. But my godmother was one of the people who pushed me into the kitchen and showed me how food can be fun. And even if it's not perfect, no one cares. You're just here for a good time. And I think that's important I will stress out about things. Like, for example, going live on the internet cooking in front of people that I don't necessarily know. Stressed out, and everyone's like, just have fun. People just want to have fun. And I think that's what food is. Some days are your protein shakes where you don't want to cook anything, or you order pizza or from your favorite local restaurant, and then some days you go all in. Okay. So I think everyone's getting pretty friendly. They look friendly. So I'm going to add the final two things before it goes in the oven. Okay, first, we're gonna top it with a little mother sauce of Texas. I didn't make this. Central Market queso with hatch chilies. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna come in and put some blobs, and it will melt.
All right.
Astrid's face right now.
Another $20 donation. This one is from Candace Hearts Kelly. She gave $20.
Oh my gosh, Candace is amazing. She was also at Valentine's Day. She just finished her master's online in the middle of the pandemic while being a superhero mom.
Way to go, Candace. We love it.
We love a motivated person. I couldn't do it, so proud of you for doing it.
Jeff also noticed that we are at a weird donation amount, and that we do need 95 cents to put us back at an even number.
If anyone.
Yeah.
If anyone can spare 95 cents, it's Jeff Handy.
Yeah, we know there's a coin shortage, but we will take that 95 cents from you.
Donate in honor of Kobe Bryant's birthday. Rest in peace.
Is that today?
I think that's today.
Happy birthday, Kobe.
Okay, we're doing great. So, honestly disgusting, but
No, it doesn't.
it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, that looks so good. I very much disagree.
Okay, so I'm gonna make little wells. I'll go for 4. There's only 2 of us. We have a lot of food to eat anyway. Okay, so there's 4 little wells here. And I'm going to just crack eggs into a bowl and then drop them into their new home. I do this for 2 reasons. 1, if I break an eggshell. And 2, if it's a bad egg. I do this across the board for baking and cooking because if it's a bad egg, it's going to ruin your whole dish. And we worked hard to get here. All right. You know?
You don't need another bad egg in the room with Astrid already there, so.
I mean, Franklin, Wallace, me, we've almost got half a dozen.
Kelly, you just got another $20 donation. This one's from Madeline. It says, "Get it, Kelly. This is awesome."
Oh my gosh. This is Madeline. She was my technically 3rd freshman roommate. My first one transferred before we moved in, and then my first one transferred at semester, and then I approached Madeline at the dining hall, and I was like, "Do you want to be roommates?" And from that moment on, she said yes. And she's a superstar. She also lives in Minneapolis. I think she lives in St. Paul. And she was in a band, still is in a band, but they are superstars. And Madeline is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And I wish I could see her more often than I do. See, isn't this fun? You donate, you feel good. I give you awesome compliments, you feel good.
I feel great. The only problem is I'm hungry.
Well, I did ask if you wanted to be here for this.
I gotta be here. I gotta be running this station.
Yeah. Well, we can't all be winners. Some of us have to be bad eggs that cook and eat, and some of us are winners who host it. Okay. So here we go. So this is going to go in the oven momentarily. You know, I think that might be done. So we're going to pull the monkey bread out. And I did set the oven up for the hash as the monkey bread before. I also normally keep all my cast iron skillets in here. And just remember to prep your oven before you turn it on.
Ooh.
Oh, she looks good. I think she's done. If not, oh well.
All right.
Okay, so we are gonna take our friends.
We did it. We got the change issue fixed. Jet Girl Art graciously fixed that 95-cent issue, and added
Excellent.
$1 on top of it too.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. You're 5 cents short of 2 items off the dollar menu. Okay, so we're gonna set a timer. The oven's at 400. Everything's cooked except the eggs. So the only thing we're waiting on are the eggs to cook. And at 400, they're gonna be like 8 to 10 minutes.
What are these eggs gonna be? Are these gonna be runny?
I hope so.
Oh, me too.
But if runny eggs aren't your thing, just cook them a little longer. Or just make a beautiful breakfast scramble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while that is cooking, we have about 8 minutes to prep the top of this hat.
Kelly, more fireworks and another odd number donation. So this is from KB and KG, and it is for $50.95.
From KB or from JB?
Oh, JB and KG.
That's Kendra and Jen.
Kendra and Jen.
Literally the greatest people. If you I've been to my apartment. I have this like gallery wall that Jen and Kendra helped me curate. And they also watch Franklin and Wallace every time I go out of town. So really can't thank them enough for watching my own flesh and blood. And they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I washed all these radishes. This is back to knife skills. I washed all of these. A lot of people will tell you to take the stem off before you cut it, but the stem is your friend here because it will give you something to hold on to without risking life and limb. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tail off. Another thing you can do is cut a small sliver off the bottom just so it lays flat, so you're not fighting it. It's going over there. And once again, we're gonna get, is this better?
Yeah.
We're gonna get real close. Thumb tucked. And we're just gonna slice very thin radish slices. And that's beautiful. Good little guy. We're gonna set these over here. I'm just reusing the cutting board from the chilies. If you prefer to have a clean cutting board, you can wash it or wipe it off, but I don't care.
No raw meat on it.
There's no raw meat on it, yeah. And that's the other nice thing about this is that everything's cooked already except the eggs, so your risk of food poisoning is low unless you didn't cook something right to begin with. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do 3 because that's all we need here. So we got 3 radishes. We've got a lime to be juiced over the top.
Oh, we got another donation. This one is from my brother Kyle. He donated $17.05. We are back even on donations. He put us at an even $1,400. We're $100 shy of our new goal of $1,500. And
Crushing it.
he commented, "I'm so hungry," in all caps.
I'm sorry, but one nice thing I can say about Kyle is that last night we played this game called Keep Talking and No One Gets Murdered or something.
Explodes.
And Jordan called me to play, even though I was like, I don't really know. And he called me anyway, and I played 1 round. And I was like, okay, that's good. He's like, are you sure? Because if you don't want to play, Kyle's going to play. And Kyle was so gracious to let me play another round. So shout out to you, Kyle.
That was
You
so
should come to
fun.
Austin, Texas.
He's been here, but that was like 2 years ago, and then the world went to garbage after that. So
Boo.
come back.
So come back. 2021 is going to be the year.
2021 is the year of Kyle coming back to Austin, and we're going to go out. We're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to go see music.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Okay, so if you want to come check this out, they're not done. They've been in here for about 4 minutes,
Ooh, yeah.
but everybody's getting melty. So they're going back. Monkey bread is looking beautiful. Still a little warm. Still a little warm. I think while we wait for that to come out of the oven, maybe we should.
Whoops.
After here, we should make some Bloody Marias, yeah?
Yes.
Even though I haven't touched my second.
Yes, please.
Absolute.
Okay. Gonna make some room. A safety tip is to make sure your workspace is clear. So all of this will find a home over here. And if you see, every time that I pull my, whatever it's called, cutting board away, there's a wet paper towel, and that just makes sure that my cutting board isn't gonna move while I'm slicing. You could also get like a silicone mat or like a sushi roller or something sticky that will prevent your cutting board from moving, but it's important to do that so it doesn't slide because your knife is moving, and if you don't want to slice your finger off, make sure everything else is not moving. Okay. Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys.
Oh, you know the first cocktail was supposed to be the Frosé.
Whatever.
It's fine. It's frozen. It'll be great at the end.
Kelly, we have a
Okay.
question in the chat. Jet Girl Art says, would it be quicker if you scrambled the eggs first?
Oh, for sure. I think if you were really in a bind, Melinda's a superhero and has 3 real children and 1 adult child who I'm friends with, so I can say that. But if you have a lot of hungry mouths to feed, when it's all in the skillet like that, just scramble eggs in there. Put it in a tortilla and call it a day. It will be a delicious breakfast starter.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh. Also not. Oh, wow. I think one important skill also is to prep what you can beforehand. So Astrid and I made these Bloody Mary tops that you'll see in a second here before cameras were rolling. Oh my gosh, we're 50 minutes in.
Wow.
Time management, not great, but we're gonna be fine.
We got time.
Eggs Benedict doesn't take no. Okay, so this is how I normally make Bloody Mary. I just have 2 pint glasses, and I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato juice. This is spicy V8, spicy hot V8. And I'm also gonna add tequila at this point. Oh, we gotta run away. You can't have any of that, sir. The perks of working and cooking with a food-motivated cat is great, and I can't speak highly enough about it.
They're just keeping you on your toes.
Yeah, of course. So this isn't the full Bloody Mary, obviously. I just like to mix everything before we go all in. So we have our tequila of choice, Espolón Reposado.
Oh,
I think it's available everywhere.
it's great.
And I just do whatever my heart tells me. If you believe in measuring, go ahead and measure. A little longer. So we're gonna go another 3 minutes. A spoon. Okay. So we have our V8 juice. You could use tomato juice. You can use whatever. Bloody Mary. They make like barbecue flavored ones. We're gonna add celery salt. This is a shout out to my friend Emily Leonard. I don't know if she's here, but if you are, hey, what's up? We got this sauce that I don't know how to pronounce. Worcester? Worcester?
Worcestershire.
Yeah, I say Worcestershire.
Gonna add a little there. I said I was gonna pull a Jeff Handy and just call it that dub sauce. We
There you
have
go.
more hot sauce, just a few dashes. And this is super spicy mustard from my favorite bar. You could also use horseradish, but I like this, and it's basically just straight up horseradish, so no problems there. If you are in the Eau Claire area or go through it, I highly recommend Ray's Bar on Water Street. The hot beef with cheese and dipped mustard. Very hot though, be careful. Okay, so we're stirring.
Kelly, we got Echo 8 in chat asking about Zing Zang, which I believe is a totally fine Bloody Mary mix if you want to use that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mother loves Zing Zang. I have no problem against that. I don't know if they make a spicy version or not,
You can make it spicier if you want
but
it.
you can make it spicy. I'm gonna just put this over here and save that for later.
I just had another donation. This one is $25. I believe this is really related to the D&D game that we were playing later, but it looks like some characters are getting speed buffs. Thanks for the $25.
Happy for
Thomas.
those people. You know, $25 is $25.
That'll
Whoever
get you a
knows.
long way in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna top this off about 3/4 of the way up the glass. Mix it all together. I do this pre-ice so everything is one mix, you know? While I'm over here, I'm gonna grab some ice. And all of these items use for chilled. So the ice is really just pointless, if you're asking me, but it's there. It also will help our little Bloody Mary toppers stand up. Okay, and so for those of you who are like, Kelly, what's a Wisconsin Bloody Mary? I feel like when I get a Bloody Mary in Austin, it looks like this, and it's $15. And they're like, thanks.
I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
Right, not a fan. But if you go to the insane state of Wisconsin, to do the Bloody Mary, and you only fill your glass 3/4 of the way, so of that mixed room. And you've got a summer sausage. This is jalapeno cheddar. We've got a spicy pickle spear, jalapeno stuffed olives, buffalo wing jack cheese, and 2 tomatoes to top it all off.
Oh my god, that looks amazing. Oh.
So you get a little snack. If you're hungover, you get some food and a hair of the dog.
That's as big as Astrid's head.
Yeah, and that's even a small one.
It's bigger.
Oh, that's good.
Is it spicy? Is it
Yes.
too spicy?
No.
Oh, sorry, Franklin. We got a cat over here. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to take this opportunity to make some space for our final brunch item. But if anyone has some questions, let me know. If you want to make a donation and get a compliment, I'm here for that.
We just got a donation. You can compliment this anonymous person who donated $110 for our D&D game later.
Heck yeah.
Proud of you.
That put us
I don't
over our
think
goal
we-
already. We're already over $1,500. I have to go and extend the goal even more now. This is amazing.
Jordan, you are putting together an awesome, awesome thing.
I literally could not do this without any of
Look at all this cash money rolling through.
rolling it. It's going. It's
When
gonna help
Jordan
so
first
many
asked
people.
me to do this, I thought he was going to... Oh, yeah.
Can I have
Um,
this? May I have this?
Yeah. No, for sure eat it and drink it.
Thanks.
Also, if you want a plate to put that on, let me know. Or a straw. Okay, so that's over here. So lastly, we have eggs Benny, which almost everybody on the Instagram poll was like, I want to learn how to make this, specifically hollandaise. And I was like, awesome. What a good brunch option that I'm so excited to try on the internet. I have made it before. One of the meanest comments on my Instagram post came from the eggs Benedict picture that I posted, so I haven't really made them since, but here we are. Okay. That's right.
Guys, what should we do? What's our next goal? Are we doing 1750?
$2,000.
Are we doing 2,000?
No.
2,000.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go big or go home.
New goal.
The amount of people who have told me to be like, Kelly, you should make a cooking show. All
I've
of
seen
those
that.
people
I've
should be
read
done.
that. I say that. I say, Kelly, do a cooking show.
Gotta say it.
I asked Astrid, I was like, did you tell Jordan to ask me to do this? Oh, can we get a Franklin shot? Look at Franklin, everybody. If you're not going to donate for me or the cooking, donate for the blind cat and the tailless cat.
Oh, no.
He scared himself.
Handsome. Oh, there's stuff in the way that's normally not here.
Wow, he is navigating. For having no eyesight, he is good.
He runs this. He runs this household. Come here, bud. There's a toaster oven where you normally land. Okay. Since I touched a pet, I'm gonna wash my hands real fast.
And we got another
Never
$5
be too
anonymous
careful
donation
washing your hands.
for a D&D later.
Woohoo!
Maybe I should learn. No. It's like maybe I should learn to play D&D.
You have too many hobbies right now.
I
Hey, what's
literally
one
have none. Sitting in my dark apartment is not a hobby. Okay. One more. I'm gonna flip this monkey bread out, and then by that time, those eggs should be set. They're set enough for me, but I know people are a little like about eggs being cooked, so. Okay. Really not hot enough for me to touch yet. Super disgusting muffins. And then you take the plate, flip it on top of your monkey bread or your butter pan. And then you say a quick prayer and you flip it upside down, very close to your face to risk bodily harm.
That seemed like an expert move. I don't think there was any prayer needed.
And then you let it sit because it's not ready to fall out yet. Uh-oh. Parts of it fell out.
Just, yeah. It's good.
Also, nobody cares if it looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, we got a nugget down. This is very hot.
It looks so good.
that looks delicious. That looks so sweet.
We got a nug down. Okay. So clearly, I should have used more spray and flour.
We
but
live
if
and
you
we
just
learn.
cover this with enough dipping sauce. It's on
Jack
that
Art says, don't burn the hash.
I won't. It's ready.
Okay.
Okay. I'll pull the hash out. We can look at all the items
Okay.
and then make eggs ready. Real
Okay.
fast. Okay, now
Ooh.
look at this. Cute.
Wow.
Oh my
Gorgeous.
gosh. That
So
looks
good.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Can you see it
Can
bubbling?
you see it bubbling?
I see it.
And then before I serve this, I would just serve this on the table if you have a kitchen table as is. And I'm just going to come in here and sprinkle some radish discs on it. I was thinking about this and I was thinking about pozole and how badly I wanted some. So that's what this is inspired by. Oops. We got some cilantro. If you're not a cilantro person, just don't add it. Don't tell me that it tastes soapy to you. I know. Add a squeeze of lime juice. We're gonna add some avocados.
Ugh.
Another.
The best part of this is this is all made in one dish, right?
This is a one-pan meal.
Yeah. There's hardly
Also-
any cleanup.
I considered making this. I have Scan Pan nonstick pans, which are oven safe. And so I thought about making it in there so cleanup is even easier. But I just love cast iron too much. We're gonna split this up if that's possible. Okay. A little cheese on top.
What kind of cheese?
Cotija cheese.
Mm.
And now if I were taking a picture for Instagram, I would haul it over to my rug, fight off Franklin, and take some pics.
Awesome.
Okay. I need like a minute to clean, and then we'll be back for Eggs Benedict. So shout out if you're still here.
Oh, there are people here.
Excellent. Excellent. Are there any questions in the chat that aren't D&D related?
One is cooking and D&D. Jet Girl Art says Kelly can do a D&D cooking show.
Maybe. I don't have a computer, so I don't know if I can play D&D.
Also, chat is trying to figure out how to say and spell cotija.
Cotija.
Perfect.
Cotija.
Jeff asked, did you say tortilla cheese? Which I do not think that is correct.
I did not. There are tortilla chips. Just to clear the room, I'm going to throw this back in here. I'm also going to throw that back in here.
Keep it warm.
Keep it warm. Another trick, turn your oven off and just put your food back in it to keep it warm. Also to clear your space. Wow, this does look beautiful now.
It does.
Okay. We're almost there, team. I have almost made it to the end. Stuff I don't need out of my way.
Kelly got another donation. This is from Rebecca M. She says, for Kobe and Frankie and Wallace and Babe Ruth and Kelly's new cooking show.
Yes.
The cooking, this isn't a recurring thing. This is a one-time thing. But I appreciate you, Rebecca. You are the light of my life. There's no one I would rather drink fancy. Excuse a little sweat. Okay. Cool. So what are we doing now? We're making hollandaise. For all of you who have stayed here, maybe you're just joining, lots of you. We're gonna get this simmering.
So that's just water.
That is just water in a saucepan. It doesn't touch the bowl. You put the bowl in, there's no contact. Gosh, I'm glad the last thing is the frosé because I'm really good at that.
Ooh, a nice rosé on a hot Texas day? That sounds delicious.
So good, right? I'm going to So for hollandaise, it is an emulsion of butter and egg yolks. When you do it right, it's delicious, and when you do it wrong, you just scramble it in a pan and call it really fancy eggs. We're gonna melt this. It doesn't explode. So what you need are 4 egg yolks. Once again, I'm just cracking them in to this. This had egg whites in it. If you're like, what was that substance? It's just egg whites. Because I think the easiest way to separate eggs is to crack it and pull that yolk out. Look at these beautiful.
All right.
At least I can have I'm tired of in my microwave. A significant amount of butter exploded. So we're just gonna add a little more and let it melt in there. Okay. So we're gonna take this bowl and scoop our yolks out. Oh, sorry, I should have done this the other way. It's gross. Just get past it.
Okay, we've got another $20 donation. This one is from Edward, and it is for D&D later.
Ah, Edward. I hope you crush it at D&D. I hope your guild is strong. That's all I know.
We hope that your blade is sharp and your arrows are fast.
It's important to have a sharp blade, so make sure your blade is sharp. Okay, that doesn't look great. But we're good. That's what we're going with. Okay, so I have 4 egg yolks, and I'm going to save these whites for something later, because I don't need them now, and I won't need them the rest of the day. And to this, I'm adding 1 teaspoonish of lemon juice. I am going to whisk these until they've doubled in size and lightened in color. Oh, someone asked, do I need all the kitchen gadgets or can I just use a knife? And I am team just use a knife. You don't need the gadgets. I think they take up too much space and a lot of them are pointless one-hit wonders. So just use a knife. The only gadget I've ever purchased that I was like, wow, that was a good investment, was this thing called a stabilizer.
Is that when you core a pineapple?
What?
Is that when you core a pineapple?
No. I just buy pineapple that's already cut. I don't whisk it. The stabilizer is like a silicone ring that goes around the bottom of a bowl. So when you're whisking like this or doing something, it doesn't slide all the way around.
Oh. That's way better than just, what, like getting a rag wet and then having a damp rag for the rest of the day?
Yeah. I mean, you can also just use a towel like that. You don't need a kitchen gadget. Which is why I'm also whisking this by hand instead of using like an immersion blender or a high-speed blender. Just bowl and whisk in a saucepan.
That's how my mom made it. She's like, we're going to make eggs Benedict and we're just going to whip up hollandaise in the blender, and it's done in like 4 seconds.
Yeah. If this doesn't go well, I'm not going to try that. I bought store-bought hollandaise, so. But you can use a blender.
Same thing.
Same thing. Just gonna keep this.
Ashford, what's the current smell in the kitchen?
I've got a lot of the cinnamon
Ooh.
from the monkey bread. And also some subtle heat from this Bloody Maria that I am drinking.
How is that? How's that going down?
Delicious.
Delicious. What's your favorite topping on there?
The jalapeno stuffed olives,
Oh.
great addition.
That sounds so good.
Okay. So we're gonna whisk. And whisk and whisk and whisk and whisk.
Do you want me to?
What?
Do you want me to whisk?
I can whisk.
Okay.
The water should be simmering. Mine is
Simmering.
almost simmering. This is why we use the blender for the cold brew cream that turned into like a weird butter consistency because I overblended. Because I knew I'd have to do this. I'll turn this up. That's not a flattering shot. Someone said something in the Zoom chat and I can't read it. So.
Is there Zoom chat? I have not looked at Zoom chat because it would mess everything up on screen, so...
I think it was Grant saying that they had to leave at 1.
Oh, okay. Grant and Chris are amazing. If you see me post on Instagram about Pangea Selections, wine imports, or crisp farms, microgreens, and lettuce and other products, it's those two. Okay, so this is thickened significantly from when we started. I feel like I'm out of breath. This is weird kitchen cardio. And I'm just gonna very slowly stream in butter and whisk and hope for the best. A positive attitude is 95% of the thing you need.
I think this is the most daunting kitchen thing that I've ever tried to do. I think I tried to make gravy for biscuits and gravy one time, and I was trying to dribble in the milk, and I think I just made a huge mess.
And
I don't
it
think,
sort
I
of
know I made a huge mess.
comes together like this. What an almost miracle we have here today, people.
Gorgeous. Velvety.
I'm glad there's not a lot of cardio needed to make poached eggs because I would have to tap out.
See, Jet Girl Art says, we need to get you a top-down camera hooked up for the next show. I
Yeah,
agree.
if you want to Venmo me, hit me up on Instagram. If you want to buy that for me, I'll give you the biggest compliment. We're still whisking. We sort of slid off the burner, so we're coming back. We're gonna just whisk in this last bit of butter. And don't stop whisking. You're tired. I'm tired. My arm hurts. This is a weird angle. But sacrifice yourself for the holidays.
It's going to be worth it.
You've come this far.
You're not going to put in this effort already just to end up with a broken sauce.
No. And if it does break, just keep whisking. It'll come back.
What, you'd say a little heat and a little extra whisking would bring it right back together?
I would say that. Yes, I would. But if you're like, I want hollandaise and I don't want to go through all that effort, ask Santa Claus for an immersion blender. Have the big man hook you up. Okay. So normally it would be a little thicker than it is right now if you did this correct. I think I got a little too confident with my pouring and put too much butter in at once, but you know, it's gonna be delicious. It will also thicken as it cools, so don't forget that.
Was that butter you put in, it was melted, but was it warm or was it like room temperature?
It was warm, like fresh out of the microwave.
Okay.
Okay. So here we have a very thin hollandaise that will hopefully thicken up in a second. It's also very hot. That's a little hotter than what you actually want, which is probably part of the reason that this is so thick. Okay. Here's your poached egg. I'm also going to heat up 2 slices of Canadian.
Oh, it's steamy in there.
Steamy.
It is steamy. Okay. We don't need this. We do need this. So I'm going to poach 2 eggs at once and hope for the best. What you need. I'm going to crack them into this strainer and then all the little loose white parts fall away because that'll just make your saucepan look like egg drop soup. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect your eggs at all, it's just aesthetic. And I feel like Eggs Benny, you go all in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love poached eggs so much. I wish I knew how to make them, but I'm learning right now.
I was like, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn today. The Canadian bacon is just back here warming up in a skillet that doesn't have any oil or anything in it. Okay. So we have our slotted spoon. And we are going to make a vortex.
How do we make a vortex?
This will help your egg white wrap around your egg yolk when you drop it in. In theory, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But eggs are cheap, and you should practice this several times because it's fun.
Oh my gosh, that is mesmerizing. Get me in there, Astrid.
We gotta get close. Huh?
Oh.
And those take about 3.5, 4 minutes.
So we don't touch them, we just let them.
You just let them do their thing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have the thickest hollandaise today, but I tried my best, and that's all I can ask for.
Same.
And I think, while those are going, that gives us enough time to make our frosé, and then all of this will come together at the same time, and you lovely people who have been with me for what will probably be an hour and a half. Oh, great. Also, shout out to this battery on my, whatever it's called. Okay. We need a blender for this. We have one blender. I have 2 cups of sliced frozen peaches, a cup of frozen pineapple, and a cup of frozen strawberries. Everyone's that was a good wine moment. So we're going for a full bottle, 750 milliliter rosé. Which is why I can't drive any of this food to any of you, because this is a single serving. the lid on. Come over to your blender.
Jeff is confused. We might have to clarify some stuff for him. First of all, he's very pleased. He just says want. He wants whatever we are making. And then he asked, is this a hard
said that?
smoothie? What is this madness?
Hard is frosé.
I don't know if he means hard as in it's frozen or hard as in there's alcohol in it. But we are ready for the frosé. Also, if you are curious why there's no audio right now, it's because the blender's running. We are saving your eardrums. Oh, that looks so good.
We don't have to run the whole cycle because it's perfect already.
Eric
Blender
says put the
time.
phone in the blender for the POV shot.
I feel like there's a successful YouTube channel that already does that.
Oh yeah, what question do they ask?
Oh,
Oh, will it blend? You got a little over the side, that's fine. That's what God made paper towels for.
I love it when my frosé runneth over.
That's a little bonus for the table. You can drink. Do you want a straw? Would you like a straw?
yep.
Okay. No one come for me on the plastic straw. I've had it for 1,000 years.
Now, Kelly, could I take this to work and pass it off as like some sort of smoothie?
Yeah. Just put it in like, you know, like a Yeti would be a keep it cold.
Okay.
They look like,
Wow.
come here. And I put them on a paper towel to get any excess water off.
Look at that.
Oh, here we go. Our final plating. We have, that's quite a lot. We have a toasted English muffin. We have warm Canadian bacon. I'm using my hands. You can still use a slotted spoon for this if you'd like. That's quite hot. I'm going to use a slotted spoon.
Okay.
It did just come out of simmering water, so you think I would put it all together, but I didn't. Whoop. We've got, oh, you know what I forgot to put in the hollandaise? Got a beautiful post it. I'm going to work on hollandaise. We're going to whisk in some salt and cayenne pepper. It's very thin. Your hollandaise should be thick, like queso, not thin like this, but that's fine.
Kyle says we're here going through the Measure Twice Bake Once Instagram account, and it is so good in all caps.
So yummy. The yummiest.
The yummiest. Also the most cat-friendly Instagram there ever was.
Are you sure? I might compete for that title for you.
That's true. You only have cat photos. And then my last knife skill is not a knife skill, but it's all about your kitchen shears, which are an underrated tool. Because I don't want to wipe my cutting board off, I'm just going to use my clean kitchen shears and slice your chives right on top.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Ooh, add some color to it. Looks great.
Astrid, do you want to do the honors?
Yes.
Here, I'll take over.
Eric has the cooking tip. I use my clean kitchen shears to open boxes I get in the mail.
That's also a great use.
Oh, so does Jeff. Sorry, Astrid.
Yummy.
Look at that. Look at that.
Let me get a...
What are you looking for? Okay. Look at, we got a runny yolk, we got sauce.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. We toasted the English muffins a while ago. So my bad. Okay, I think I'll make new ones. We can eat fresh ones. It's gonna be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
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 Okay.
Delicious.
That's
I'm
great.
gonna take
It
this
looks
back
great.
now. Close us out. Okay, thanks for joining.
Are we all done?
This all week. Jordan, what's our final total at?
So at the end of your stream, I think we started kind of just before when we were doing our sound check. We were under $1,000. I think we're at like 800 something, and we are currently at $1,580.
Crushed it.
Skyrocketed. It was amazing.
We got past the goal. Look at Franklin.
Way
He's
past
so
our
pleased.
goal. We got the
He's
kitty
so
approval. I think that's a smiling kitty if I've ever seen one.
That's a happy boy.
It's a happy boy. Thank you so
Franklin,
much, everybody that hung out and donated. And I like to think that we all learned a lot while we've been here too.
I would like to think that too. Mainly that this was not as terrifying as I thought it was going to be.
It was
Feels
easy.
great.
It helps when donations come in.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for showing us around. Thanks, Astrid, for being an amazing camera person.
You can find me on Nat Geo.
Right. You on Nat Geo.
Excellent. Okay, well, I'm gonna go eat some of this food and drink
All
that
right.
picture of Roseanne.
Perfect. Cool. Thanks,
Okay.
Kelly.